If you want to become a better leader of tomorrow, please subscribe Raj Shamani Clips channel, because here we get you the most insightful clips on leadership. 99% of the people who are watching, they already know you.
I don't know. I mean, that'd be great. I hope so. But
yeah, but for the 1% people, why don't you start with your story? Like, tell me, where were you born? Give me like a download of stuff.
The full shebang.
Yes.
Okay. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
In the US, and I grew up there until college. I went to college in Boston. I went to Boston College. And then I got a job at Deloitte Consulting. So through the internship, I was a strategy operations business analyst.
At Deloitte?
Yeah.
Okay.
So doing consulting, but through college, I was very ambitious. I did all the organizations and the internships, from finance to startups to consulting, and then I did everything an Asian parent would want. I got the grades, I got the job, everything. And then
what were you studying?
International studies, so political science kind of stuff. Probably was not the best student, but I worked really hard. I think that was the difference. But so I got the job, and I thought about my future, and I was like, I'm probably just gonna be doing this job until, I don't know, I'm 30, 40 something. And something about that terrified me. It really scared me.
Okay.
That I could see my future so clearly and so predictably. And in the background, there were always these passions of mine that I never really had a chance to fully pursue because of, family and societal pressures of what is right and how you should live. And so I said, I got the job. I'm gonna take a year off. Deloitte, please let me take a year off. I'll come back in a year. And they said, sure, go for it. But all the while, I was like, if I ever get the chance to pursue music, I'm going to take this opportunity, because that has always been like a passion of mine. And I got an email, and it says, hey, would you like to come to Korea to audition for this TV show?
Okay.
Go to Korea. I was on like this show called Widehan Tansan, which means the great birth of a star.
Yeah.
It's like The Voice meets X Factor meets, with the talent competition shows. So I got to the top 5, and I signed a record deal, and then I finally quit my job at Deloitte, and I said, I'm not going back. And I put out my first EP in 2013, January 23rd. So that's, God, what year is this?
2024.
So yeah,
11
years ago was my first EP. So I started doing that. I started doing music, but in Korea, you have to do everything. So I did hosting, emceeing, TV,
everything,
radio. Like, you just have to be everywhere all the time.
Why?
It's a very small country, and so it's possible, but also, like, if I look at, there are not many solo artists. There are a lot of idols or a lot of groups. And so I was always jealous, because if you have 5 members in a group, one will do the acting, one will do the reality show, one will do radio. They kind of split it. As a solo artist, I have to do everything on my own. And I couldn't speak Korean very well. I was like really bad at Korean. So I was constantly stressed, constantly anxious, freaking out because I don't know what's happening. But I'm on TV and radio all the time. So I'm always making mistakes. So it was like a very anxiety-inducing process for me. But my kind of big break, I think, was I started to interview a lot of Western celebrities who would come to Korea. So one of my first interviews was like Robert Downey Jr. from Iron Man.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I was like so nervous. I was like, this is Iron Man. Oh my God. But from there, it went to like, Matt Damon, Paris Hilton, Will Smith, like Spider-Man, Jamie Foxx, like all these people in Korea, but then they would start flying me out to different parts of the world to meet with them. And I was like, oh, this is something that I could be really good at and build my career off of. So I started to do a lot of TV, not just hosting, but doing reality shows and travel shows, food shows, cooking shows, just everything, and doing music at the same time. So all of that started to kind of go together. And I did that for, I'd say in Korea, I was in Korea for about 10 years. And then in 2020, my contract expired. And then I was like, I think I'm going to try to do stuff in the States, which led me to move to the States, be a fully independent musician, kind of just do everything with me and my small team of family and crew. And so we've been doing the music, we've been touring most of last year, most of this year, and doing film, TV stuff as well. So it's been a journey. Sorry, that was a very long introduction, but I'm trying to give you the Spark Notes edition.
Now we're going to make it long.
For more such insightful clips, please subscribe Raj Shamani Clips channel. Here we help you become a better leader for tomorrow.